Hello everyone! Welcome to the very first episode of the Missouri State Esports Elaborate. I am your host and one of the officers of the Missouri State Esports Club, Judd the Bomb. Also known IRL as Roman Thomas, I will be taking you on a weekly journey through professional and college esports every week and get you caught up in everything that is happening in the esports world. Please feel free to leave suggestions by adding or DMing me, Judd the Bomb, on the Missouri State Esports Discord page. Generally, on these talks, I will try to follow a similar format each week, where I discuss the notable events of the week that have happened in the professional and Missouri State esports world. I will then usually bring someone in for an interview that participated in something that I have covered in my week in review, and then I will discuss the events coming up next week and my thoughts on them. Now that you all have a general idea of how this weekly segment will unfold, I will get right into the talks for the week. Today, I will be reviewing the professional League of Legends scenes around the world and seeing how matchups have turned out as most of the world is into playoffs and finishing up playoffs. Let's start with the European LCS. Over in Europe, they had the third place decider match and their finals match to decide who won the summer split in Europe. On Saturday, they had their third place match. We had second seed Team Vitality squaring off against fifth seed Misfits. Game 1 brings in a spicy pick with Vitality support Jack Troll picking up the Leona to counter the squishy Rakan. However, a very aggressive play by Jack Troll led to Leona giving up first blood to Misfits AD carry Hans Sama. The early death by Jack Troll let Misfits and Hans Sama slowly snowball this game to a victory. Jizuke on Syndra tried to get back into the game by getting a couple of kills, but the snowball was too much for Team Vitality and Misfits walk away with the Game 1 victory. In Game 2, more exciting and unusual picks show up as Jizuke Zilean goes up against Max Lore's Evelynn. The Zilean was the better pick in this matchup, as whenever Evelynn would try to go to assassinate someone on Team Vitality, the Zilean would simply revive them. Zilean also had really good double bombs, which stunned the opponent, as shown here, landing a double bomb on the enemy Ezreal. The Zilean pick, along with Kikis' Kindred, helped snowball Team Vitality to a victory and tie the series at 1 game apiece. In Game 3, we had two fun-to-watch champions in the mid lane, as Senkux's Yasuo went up against Jizuke's LeBlanc. These champions both got ahead early, and the gold was relatively even until around 12 minutes. At 12 minutes, however, Team Vitality got a 3-for-1 teamfight, and this helped snowball Vitality to a lead. Jizuke was able to steamroll off of that fight, shown here as he was able to one-burst Hans Sama's Tristana. From there, Team Vitality was able to snowball their lead into a 2-1 series lead. Here in Game 4, it was all Vitality past the 20-minute mark, with Vitality having great team fights. Here, for example, the great Warren ult by top laner Cabochard helped set up a double kill for Jizuke's Rise. With great team fighting and a fed Rise, Team Vitality is able to snowball their lead and become the third best team in all of Europe. On Sunday, we had the EU LCS Finals, with first seed Fnatic taking on third seed Schalke. In Game 1, Schalke jungler Amazing snowballed the game very hard for his team, and while EU LCS MVP Caps picked up a nice solo kill here onto the enemy Lissandra, Schalke had snowballed the game at this point and it ended up in a Game 1 victory for Schalke. In Game 2, the goal was mostly even at 15 minutes, with multiple kills on both teams. However, at 15 minutes, a fight broke out here, and Schalke got a 2-for-1 trade and helped develop a gold lead for their team. However, at the 24-minute mark, after picking off the enemy jungler, Fnatic decided to rush the Baron and successfully take it, turning the game around in their favor and eventually winding up in a victory for Fnatic and tying the series at 1 game apiece. In Game 3, Schalke pick up first blood against top laner Soaz and pick up a good 2,000 gold lead, but slowly deteriorating. By the 18.5-minute mark, Fnatic grabbed some kills with this good team fight and caught up to Schalke in gold, and the gold stayed even for another 9 minutes. At the 27.5-minute mark, another team fight finally erupted. Fnatic secured 2 kills, including the enemy jungler, so they went to Baron and secured the buff and another kill, quickly gaining a massive gold lead. With that Baron, Fnatic snowballed their new lead and secured a 2-1 series lead over Schalke. Game 4 was a bloodbath. Both teams exchanged a whole bunch of kills and each team took a sizable gold lead throughout the match. However, by 30 minutes the gold had evened out and it was anybody's game. Fnatic Sport Hillisang started the fight with Rakan, and Fnatic's Reckless emerged from the fight with a quadra kill. With that fight, Fnatic ran it down mid to finish the game, and Fnatic is EU's Summer Split champion. Moving to our home continent, in North America, we had the third place decider match on Saturday, with 5th seed Team Solo Mid taking on 3rd seed 100 Thieves. Skipping to Game 5, the series was back and forth, with 100 Thieves taking Game 1, TSM taking Game 2, 100 Thieves taking Game 3, and TSM taking Game 4. Now we're here at Game 5, and it is match point for both teams. 100 Thieves was able to grab a quick gold lead at 15 minutes after TSM did the Rift Herald, and 100 Thieves picked off a few members of TSM. However, TSM was able to stall out, and here, at the 30th minute, they get picks onto the enemy Tristana and Gragas, which led to a Baron, and TSM was able to snowball their new lead into a Game 5 victory and become the 3rd best team in North America. On Sunday, we had the NA Finals. It was 1st seed Team Liquid facing off against 2nd seed Cloud9. Cloud9 brought up some spicy picks in the first game, locking in the Twitch and the Hecarim. Cloud9 had a good gold lead until the 27-minute mark, where Team Liquid turned around a good Cloud9 engage, taking 2 kills and turning that into a 1-0 series lead. In Game 2, the early game for Team Liquid started out nicely, including Pobilter getting a solo kill onto the mid laner Golden Glue. However, here at 15 minutes, Team Liquid got a 3-for-0 exchange and helped solidify their lead and eventually snowball their game into a 2-0 series lead. In Game 3, Team Liquid also got out to an early lead, and this was especially solidified at the 20-minute mark with a good gank here by Xmithy, killing both members of C9's bot lane. This snowballed Team Liquid's lead out of control, and Team Liquid swept Cloud9, winning the series 3-0 and making Team Liquid the best team in North America. Now that you all are caught up on the LCS in the West, it's time for our next segment. I have with me Isizaya, the president of the club. I will talk to her for a little bit about the club and future plans with it.
All right, hey guys, this is Isizaya, your president. Many of you just know me by my Discord name, but my real name is actually Fern. A little bit about me, I'm a sophomore here, and I'm studying biochemistry right now. And when I got to this campus last year, I was just really passionate about going forward and looking for an esports club and things like that, because I think the idea of playing on teams in the Collegiate series with like people on your team against other colleges is just really amazing. And I'm really happy to be here now working with all of you.
So, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Been really sick the past week and a half, and I had 6 tests, but took the last one today, so life is great now.
That's good to hear. Well, how did you get into the position of president here in this club?
Well, when I came here last year, I was just a freshman, getting involved and stuff like that. And then I got in contact with Mark, who was one of the vice president of the club last year, and we worked things out, got a league team going, and I was really passionate about growing the club and things. We had a new president, his name was Colin, and he had some really great ideas and stuff, but unfortunately he moved back home. And I was in line to be vice president, and since we didn't have anyone else, kind of got bumped up to this position. But I'm happy to be here.
Well, it's nice to hear. What kind of things have you been working on so far behind the scenes this year?
So the big focus I had coming into the school year was definitely recruitment. I wanted to get the word out about the club, expand, and I think that's been going wonderfully. I think we have so many new faces. The Discord is so active. We have so many people who not only are interested in playing, but are really interested in taking leadership roles and like creating these teams and stuff like that. I'm also like working on trying to create some more events and things like that.
Well, speaking of events, what kinds of events do you have planned for this year?
So right now we're gearing up for our League of Legends tryouts, our JV tryouts in a couple of weeks here at the end of September, and then our varsity tryouts are going to be at the end of October. Another big event I want to work on at the start of October, I want to get in touch with Riot to have a big watch party for World Finals, which I don't know about you guys, but I love watching Worlds to death. And so the idea is to get it set up in the Foster Rec Center, have a big projection down there, and when you get in contact with Riot about it, they send down a bunch of merch, and I think it's going to be a really fun time.
I agree. Watching Worlds is very exciting. Well, thank you for your time with me today.
All right, I just want to thank you for your time.
Looking ahead, the EU and NA Gauntlet is happening this weekend. Splice plays Misfits in the first round. The winner of that plays G2 Esports, and the winner of that plays Schalke. Who Who do you think is going to win the EU Gauntlet? The winner goes on to Worlds as the 3rd seed for Europe. In the NA Gauntlet, Clutch Gaming plays Echo Fox in the first round. The winner of that plays TSM, and the winner of that plays Cloud9. The winner goes on to Worlds as 3rd seed for NA. Who do you think is going to win the NA Gauntlet? Now that we have an idea of what to see for next week's LCS, let's move on to Collegiate MSU news. We have 2 Collegiate teams to share for you all. First, let me introduce you all to MSU's JV A team. We have Chocolat in the top lane, Yoseng in the jungle, Uhulu in the mid lane, Marika in the bot lane, and Kyrie the Wolf on support. And of course, I am Meitsu as the team coordinator. They are currently practicing for their first match on October 13th. Second, let me introduce you to MSU's Varsity Rocket League team. We have Castallion17, me, Deb the Bomb, and Juan Enriquez as members of the team. Rebecca and Relly are our team analysts. Our Rocket League team plays this weekend in qualifier number 2 for a shot at getting directly into the College Rocket League playoffs. Thank you for listening to the first week of the Missouri State Esports Elaborate. Join us next week as we look at and review professional and collegiate esports around the West.